Hey guys, all right, so if you want to buy a German SUV that is kind of mid-size, you have really two choices in Malaysia, right? Mercedes-Benz GLC, or if you want something more dynamic and sporty, you would get this, the BMW X3. So this is the G01 X3, or I think the third generation X3, but this is the LCI, which means life cycle impulse, or to us, facelift. So this is the sDrive20i, technically the lowest spec, but you don't really tell that much, at least visually, because this is also an M Sport. So M Sport, everyone thinks is more atas, more expensive, but you get that as standard. So what do you guys think? Is this M Sporty enough? Is this an SUV that you can actually be proud of as a 3 Series, but high riding and more practical? Let's find out. This goes for 316,000 ringgit. Before, with the SST exemption, you can get it for like 290,000 ringgit. But now with SST back on, 316K base price for the X3, okay? M Sport means, I don't know, really, because with the LCI, you do get a bigger grills on most new cars, but this one was a legacy car. They had to make it a little bit bigger at least. With the M Sport pack, you do get a subtle body kit. To be honest, I couldn't really tell, at least from the front, that this was an M Sport, besides the fact that you get shadow line. This black treatment over here and over there, you get more on the side. That's kind of the thing that you get with the M Sport package. You won't get like a body kit. The most obvious visual indicator that this is an M Sport car, at least a car with an X3 with the M Sport pack, is the wheels, okay? 19 inches, they look sporty enough, okay? These are Y-spoke Style 887M bicolor. Got it right, okay. But the thing is, they're wearing Bridgestone Alenza run flat tires, so it's not really sporty. Whatever, you get sporty looking wheels and they're good. M over here, macam sengit lah. Seriously, macam sengit. Anyway, M, okay, with the side skirts over here, it is more obvious because it is a little bit lower than you would expect an X3 to be. So you do get that going for it. You don't get like a splitter or whatever, or a more pronounced like front bumper treatment. But you do get a lot of this high gloss shadow line across the windows around here. You do get also the same treatment for the roof rails, and that's about where you stand with the M Sport package. Visually, it looks nice. It's one of the better looking SUVs around there. Interestingly, it's from the back that it's most obvious that you're driving an M Sport car, because you get this bumper treatment, which starts with this fake air vent or whatever it is, okay? You get this quite aggressive rear bumper treatment with this shadow line, gloss black, faux diffuser, but it also houses twin tailpipes, so 1 and 2 over here. Also, the tail lights are given this kind of like shadow line treatment as well. They're like wearing shades, they're all black, and against the white, they really stand out. Also, rear spoiler-ish, whatever, rear spoiler finisher thing. Okay, what do you guys think? Is this deserving of an M Sport designation? I don't know. It's when I think of an entry-level BMW X3, I don't think M Sport. But if you are buying the sDrive20i, you do get the M Sport. I think a lot of customers wanted the M Sport package to be fitted as standard anyway. So here you are, BMW giving you what you want. And really, if you wanted to buy a premium BMW or premium German SUV of this size, your choices in Malaysia are quite limited. There is this, the X3, and the GLC from Mercedes-Benz. And to be honest, it's a kind of a two-horse race, because something dynamic, yes, X3. Dynamic, a 3 Series on stilts, GLC, a C-Class on stilts. And honestly, there's Audi as well, obviously, with the Q5, but I haven't seen a Q5, the new generation Q5 in Malaysia, ever. I've never seen it. So the most obvious thing, if you have been in the sDrive20i, is the lack of a sunroof. So, no sunroof, big deal, right? In Malaysia, why do you want the sun shining on your head all the time? So no sunroof, that's the only thing that is missing in here. But besides that, there's nothing in here that really stands out as there's no FOMO. okay, if you buy the sDrive20i. That's what I'm saying. From the inside, at least from the front. At the back, so in the back, as we know, this is a 5-seater SUV, and this is not their biggest. This is their middle child of the SUV range: X1, X3, X5, X7. So sort of, sort of in the middle. So you get quite a lot of space. This is my sitting position, and I do get, a decent amount of space. Remember, this is based on the 3 Series, which also is rear-wheel drive and doesn't have that much legroom, to be honest. Okay, and also because it's a rear-wheel drive car, you get a big center tunnel down below. So if you are sitting in the middle, there is zero chance of you getting your feet positioned comfortably. But if you're sitting here on the sides, it is a comfortable experience. The fact that this is a contrasting color to the headliner, to everything else, all the black trim, is such a big difference. Get anything with leather in not black, please. Okay, I have aircon controls over here. I get 2 vents. I get controls, temperature and fan speed. It is a nice place to be. It is a luxury, it feels about there what you pay for. So if you guys want a hi-fi that's really, really good, typically on the BMW you get the Harman Kardon sound system, right? And you do get that in the sDrive30i. In the sDrive20i, the one I have here, you do get a very good sound system. The thing is, it's not branded. It's called the Hi-Fi sound system. I think it's called Hi-Fi sound system on the spec sheet. You do get 12 speakers as well. I think subwoofer down here, over there, on the door panel, up on the, there's 2 woofers. There's 1 2-to-1 woofer on the door panel itself. And they're just spread out for a really good soundstage. In my opinion, it sounds just as good as the Harman Kardon system to my stupid ears. So with your X3, right, it's an SUV. People assume sometimes that all SUVs have side steps. This one doesn't, and I guess this is also because you have, the M Sport package, and you have this sort of like side skirt extensions. So someone careless might step out of the car and damage your precious side skirt over here, because it is protruding. And if they are looking for a place to put their feet before they actually step out of the car, this is the place. This comes more naturally to step out of the car, which you shouldn't do. Why am I even repeating this stuff? Okay, you know what an X3 is. BMW's been making them since, what, 2004? Like that? Yeah. So yeah, X3. Is it still the king of dynamic SUVs in the premium space? Engine-wise, this has the same engine that we've known for a while. The B48, that's a 2-liter, 4 cylinders, turbocharged, producing 184 PS and 300 Newton meters of torque. That sounds like a lot. And, it is, objectively, I guess. 184 PS, 8.2 seconds to 100. That's pretty decent. You can shave that down to 6.5 seconds with the xDrive30i, but I think that's more down to the fact that it has all-wheel drive than the fact that it has more power and torque. This should be the purest X3 to drive, the sDrive20i. Rear-wheel drive, engine at the front, longitudinally mounted, lightest, I guess, because maybe there's less equipment as standard. If you wanted to carry your whole family with you and everything, all your luggage on a road trip, I don't think you'll be disappointed with the performance of this car, unless you're really like a power nut. But if you accept it for what it is, I think, given the specs and the fact that this is the baseline X3, performance is way above par, in my opinion. It is quick. The thing is, it's an S-Drive, so all the drive, all the power goes to the rear wheels like a BMW should be, right? So you can't really go off-road. I mean, you can, not that you can go off-road with any other SUV really these days. Hey, look, a GLC, if this passed me by right there, that is really its only competition. Well, maybe also the Volvo XC60, right? Well, you tell me whether or not you'll be considering. I think if you want to buy a BMW and you're looking for, the German mark, you can only have that. If you want to go Swede and be a little bit left field, go ahead. It's a good car, very good car, the XC60. And the thing is, you can't really buy the other German mark. You can technically buy an IDQ5 over here, but in my opinion, that is very much compromised. It's it's fully imported, so it's more expensive than it should be. And to soften the blow a little bit, Audi Malaysia, in fact, for all their cars, have really compromised the spec sheet. So it doesn't have a lot of the goodies that you would expect as something premium, like an Audi, like a BMW, like a Merc. And so this is a duopoly of premium compact SUVs. And this, I know the X3 drives way better than the GLC does. It just does. Steering, very precise. This expectedly feels like a 3 Series to drive. It's just, like I'm surrounded by 3 Series switchgear, everything, all the touch points, it feels like a 3 Series. So I'm driving a 3 Series, except that I'm higher off the ground. And compared to a 3 Series, well, this really can't compare. You do have the same vehicle platform and the same engine range, pretty much. The same. Just it puts you in mind of the 3 Series just because of all the things that you see and touch just around you. But it doesn't drive as good as a 3 Series. Compared to this definitely does roll more because it does have that center of gravity, center of mass being higher. Just because it's an SUV, if you live with that, go ahead. This is a very fine car to drive around. So nothing I can tell you about this car is new. It drives really good for an SUV. It rides really good as an SUV. High speed stability is really, really good in this. Refinement is good. Powertrain punchy. We know this is a good SUV. It's practical. It seats 5 comfortably at the back, although it does have that big transmission driveline tunnel running down the middle over here. Yep. Nothing I can tell you is really going to be different between this and the pre-facelift X3, the pre-LCI. Nothing will shock you.